Welcome back to one of our entrepreneurial training section. In today's empowerment training, we shall be treating how to make oil-based perfume. Before I move further, my name is Prince Yemi Kasali, and if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do so, and also follow us on Facebook if you are yet to do so. This encourages us to do more. We have two kinds of perfume. We have the alcohol-based perfume and we have the oil-based perfume. The two works differently. If you are someone who loves people to feel your presence, then you need an alcohol-based perfume. But if you're doing it for yourself, if you really want to smell great, that means you personally, you cherish smelling great, then you need an oil-based perfume, because alcohol-based perfume moves far, but oil-based perfume stays with you and lasts longer. It is not as announcing as the alcohol-based perfume, but it lasts longer than the alcohol-based perfume. So the difference is simple. We need the fragrance and a carrier oil. Instead of using alcohol, we will be using carrier oil. That means we need a oil that carries the fragrance, that holds the fragrance. And samples of carrier oil are the popular ones are olive oil, coconut oil. Then we have a lot of them you can search. But the most popular ones are olive oil and or coconut oil. So those are all you need. All you just need is fragrance and carrier oil in a ratio 1:1. For example, if you are preparing 2 liters, you need 1 liter each. If you are preparing 10 liters, that means you need 5 liters each. If you're preparing 1 liter, you need 500 milliliters each. So, but the only work we are to do here is to make your fragrance distinct. That means mix 1 or 2 fragrance together in order to have a solid and distinct perf. And also, you need to study how to mix perf, because there are some bases on how to mix perf. In order to know or to understand how perfume works, you need to know the classes and the types of perf. We have the top notes, we have the middle notes, and we have the bottom note. From my own research, I think the top note is the one that moves faster. It's the ones that smells very fast. It diffuses into the air very fast, while the middle note is a little bit reserved. Then we have the bottom note, which lasts very long. In a normal ratio, you can put it like 2:1:2. That means the top note will be much, because it's the one that goes into the hair, is the one that moves faster, everybody receive. Then we have the middle note, who stays a little bit in between. Then we have the bottom note, which lasts longer. So the bottom and the top might be in ratio 2, while the middle one might be in ratio 1. So the top notes are mostly extracted from citrus, aromatic. Then we have the middle notes, which are floral, green, or fruity, the spicy. Then we have the bottom notes, which is the wood and the herbal. The bottom note smells greatest, like it lasts longer, but it's not very attractive. It smelling like wool or smelling like forest will not be something great. So that is why we need to add more to it. Otherwise, anybody could have chosen the bottom, since it's gonna be there for life. I mean, for long. So why don't we just use it? So, but the smell is not always very attractive, so that is why we mix them, because we might not be using the bottom notes if not that they last longer. So when we mix everything together, it brings another unique scent, and it makes it have the 3 qualification. That means you still smell it long after, and it will also move faster into the air, and at least there is always one of middle. So that is why we need to study our perfume closely, how perfume are being mixed before going into the business. That doesn't mean if you mix your perfume with alcohol or oil, you're not going to sell. But if you really want to make something professional, something great, then you need to study at least a little bit of how perfumes are always added and the kinds and characteristics of perfumes. So let's move into the practical. And before we do that, please, if you are here to subscribe to our channel, kindly do so. And if you are here to follow us on Facebook also, kindly do so. Let's move into the practical proper. Here we'll be treating the practical aspect of making a oil-based perfume. In oil-based perfume, these are our perfumes. We are using 3 perfumes in here, and we also have our oil here. I'll be making use of olive oil. This is going to be our carrier oil. You can use other carrier oils like coconut oil or any oil, any carrier oil. But in this, I'll be using olive oil. You can also use olive oil for your perf because it is cheaper to get. I think it seems to be the cheapest kind of carrier oil, but you're not to buy this kind of olive oil, and because it will be too expensive for you to be buying this. Instead of that, make your olive oil, or just go to the chemical store and ask for olive oil in the chemical form. So we are adding our perfume into the container. We need to mix our fragrance. We are mixing our fragrance. We have 3 of them, and after that we'll be adding our carrier oil, which is our olive oil. In this particular training, we are using olive oil, and I suggest you use olive oil, but not this olive oil they sell. Go to the chemical store and ask for olive oil, or try and make your own olive oil if you need to add 1 or 2 things to it. But I think most of the olive oils are white, so they don't have colors at all, so they are white, so it is even better to use them, and you don't need color in them. This is our olive oil. We are pouring our olive oil into it. We make sure the total amount of perf is the total amount of oil. We are applying this directly to our skin in order not to have irritations. So we need a carrier oil, and we need the carrier oil to be in the same ratio with the perf. This particular kind of perf is applied directly to the skin, your inner elbow, behind your ear, at your chest, all areas where body generates its hidden areas. So it gives you a nice smell. It makes you have a perfect smell, and it lasts longer because it does not shout, but it lasts longer. So I'm storing my oil into this container. I'll be keeping it there for about 24 hours or 48 hours in order to have a proper mix and have a perfect perf. That's that on how to prepare oil-based perf. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to our channel if you are yet to do so. Join us on Facebook and follow us on Facebook also if you are yet to do so. Thank you.